Right, so a lot of you don't know this, but I'm currently fighting a hidden war in Nigeria, especially with the business people. As a matter of fact, they will do anything possible for me not to land any container for that country, because they know that anything will make very dark man succeed in bringing one container, prices of some certain things will crash, right? And with this thing will happen between me and B-Lord, with my China trip, and the kind of calls I have received, it don't really open my eyes to a lot of things, right? You get somebody, my friend, my very good friend, very influential, top police officer, he called me recently and he said, that another police called in to tell him that, bro, that he's hearing something, that why am I putting my mouth in car business? That one pass. Another top celebrity for Nigeria, very popular, very, very popular, called me say, that you have far, it's they happen now. I hear this about business. Try come on your hand for this business. Now, I don't see what really they go on. But as I start to calculate based on the orders when I get for this XR to 17, how many orders have I gotten so far? Let me open this your phone and check the calculator. I have so far so good. I've gotten 233 orders from the people who don't pay. Now, 233 orders. How much am I selling? I'm selling at 280,000 against the 450,000 where B-Lord be one sell. Now let's calculate 280,000 naira times 233 pieces. It's going to give you 65,240,000. That is the money where people don't send to me now for phones, and the phone is currently being processed. B-Lord initially was going to sell for 450, meaning B-Lord would have made 170,000 naira per head. If you calculate 170,000 naira, 170,000 times 233, B-Lord would have made 39,610,000 naira from this one where me I sell now, right? He would have made his own gain, 39,610. No wonder where they best for me, and no wonder where they. Now I understand why it's angry. But let's think about it like this: to the average person, they'll say, "Oh, now just normal business and profit," but the impact of this to the economy is actually very crazy. And guess who will suffer it? Now the people below. Because this particular product, now people for ground where no really fit afford the new ones, now you won't buy them. People where they ghetto, students where they do school, you know, where they don't really get, but they won't just feel among, then go into content, you know.
So I've been watching and trying to ignore all the drama from VDM, from B-Lord, and sometimes we're just too busy doing our thing. But you know what? The more everyone keeps quiet, the more things go wrong. And it's important some of us begin to talk about these things, even though many of us don't really have the time. There's a lot of disinformation and ignorance, especially on social media. I was at a plaza today to fix my car. I went to see my mechanic to check my car, and then the court guy just came and said, "Everybody out, madam, you're just driving, I don't want to lock in your car, just try and drive out, and want to lock the plaza." And I'm asking, why are you locking the plaza? What went wrong? And he said, "We have a court order." A lot of Nigerians are ignorant about things that could even save their life. So I want to talk about VDM. VDM is no longer the VDM we used to know. VDM is no longer the VDM we used to know. Like, a lot has changed about him. If you have observed, since Don Jazzy gave VDM that 100M, VDM has never been the same. The story of VDM has become controversial, it's become petty, and too many issues. 1 minute he's attacking this person, he's attacking that person. He went from Iyabo Ijo to Tonto Idike to Mohbad's wife, and now Billots. Then Easy, who used to be at the forefront of defending him, has now become his staunch enemy. And you wonder what really is going on. When I saw him in China, I was kind of happy that he was putting himself into something that will yield, and then he copped some level of unemployment in Nigeria, and then he also could make money for himself. And then boom, the next thing, he was on Vlog's case. And when you thought you had seen it all, that the matter was finally over, and then he picks on the Chinese guy. Let me tell you for free, Chinese people are not like that. I've been doing business with Chinese people for a very long time. Chinese people are not like that. Even if you're not seeing them, Chinese people are not like that. And then listen to his intro in this video now. He's fighting hidden wars. The other time it was Igbos. Now he's fighting hidden war. What is the hidden war? Who is fighting in VDM? For all I remember, it's VDM that is always picking on people. People that have not even offended him. Okay, I understand. He's an activist. He fights for people. Or he was supposed to be an activist who fights for people. But activists don't go looking for trouble. Will VDM does. And it's becoming unbecoming. And we have to start speaking out. It is too much. If you want to go into China importation, go into China importation and do your own without picking on somebody else. People know how they do their businesses. You say, in fact, the one that annoys me most is his followers. You cannot do business for everybody, especially in a country where nothing is regulated. People pay rent, people pay salaries, people are buying fuel. You don't know what their running cost is, and you want to regulate how much profit they should make. I think if we're going to have a conversation around business regulation, we should start with this 25% tax that is coming. How am I supposed to pay government 25% of my total income? They are not talking about 25% on profit, but 25% just government now, or both your capital and your profits. Nobody's talking about your running costs. Nobody's talking about anything. I was complaining yesterday that I buy an average of 15,000 to 25,000 of fuel every day. I have to go out. How do you run business like that? I pay rent of about 10 million every year for business. I'm not talking about my house. I'm not talking about house. For business, I pay rent of about 10 million every year. I have salaries to pay. I have NEPA card. The tariff is so high that once I on my fridges, if I load 10,000 naira and I turn on my fridges, in 2 days it is finished. I dare not go near. I don't even remember where my AC remotes are anymore. And then somebody is dragging somebody for putting profits on what they are selling. Okay, I understand. Now I look at the gap between 280 and 450,000, which is about 170,000 naira. Like he has done the calculation. I was just looking at him punching calculator. In fact, when he was punching that calculator, I had to carry my own calculator and start punching because even I have been doing a lot of punching. And then sometimes the figures just don't add up. When you're done punching these calculators, the figures don't just add up. Sometimes when I'm done clearing my good, I just sit down and start crying because I don't know how to sell it. It's partly why I just went into supermarket. And then having gone into supermarket, the experience I'm having is even different too. The supermarket business is not easy. You cannot sell product with more than, who does 10% safe? Everybody is complaining about price. Now I'm looking at it that on the business which I run, I do about 10% profit. Inside this 10%, I'm supposed to pay government 25%. Government is not even talking about my profit. Government is talking about 25% of my total business capital, both income and profit. And somebody is dragging somebody. For all you know, Billot might just be making about 50 to 70K on profit on that phone. So when I saw VDM punching calculator, I had to tell him, I say, oh boy, why not wait to clear your goods first? A lot of people don't really want to make a lot of profit on goods. But when you see what people are paying to clear goods from custom, you will cry. So BDM should just wait till he's done clearing the good and deliver to customer at no cost, zero cost. Your cost remains 280,000 naira. Then we can have this conversation. That's what I've just been waiting for. I've just been waiting for VDM to clear the goods when they have arrived Lagos and safely take them to destination, and still the cost still remains 280,000 naira. And then you can hear him say he wants to change Nigeria. He was advised to go. Of course, politics remains the easiest and the best way to change this country. We want more people who want to do the right thing in politics. 2027 is coming. We want young people who are ready to change the nation as president. Now they told you remove your hand from car business and you jumped out of car business. The question is why? These are the areas where people are being extorted. You buy a car at how much? Now you say he has bought car. Now let him come and clear. Let him come and pass custom with those cars. And then when you're when you are done clearing your cars, please VDM, come back and shout. We really want you to shout. In fact, we want to join you to shout because all of us are suffocating. This country is suffocating us. We are suffocating. Young people trying to do business, we are not able to survive. It is tough. It is challenging. It is threatening. So VDM, please, when you are done clearing, come back and punch your calculator and tell us your price of the phone has remained at 280 and the cars you bought, you cleared them at zero cost. I don't know you to be a coward that somebody will call you and tell you leave car business for us and you will chicken out. I don't know you to be a coward that they will tell you to go into politics and you will refuse. So how do you want to change Nigeria? By spoiling business for people who are not even the problem? VDM Bikonu now. You cannot be the Jesus in every situation, especially when your hands are not completely clean. In fact, the day he dropped that phone contact, I even thought it was a Chinese contact. Until I checked, I saw it was a Nigerian number. I'm like, why is VDM dropping a Nigerian number? He should drop a Chinese number. You want to come to equity, come with clean hands, my brother. And then one last thing, VDM. Why take am easy. You know why? You cannot fool everybody at the same time. Gradually, this your integrity. This is Nigeria. They will mess it up for you. Take a leap from a man like Peter Obi. Integrity does not shout. Integrity doesn't shout. Do you want to be a man of honor? Keep your hands clean. Imagine a grown-up man sending his nudes to another man. Part of the problem I had was because after he sent his nudes to Billot, of course, Billot published it. The Chinese guard showed it to his company. So invariably, they terminated their business contract. The company he was to influence for terminated the business contract, saying they don't want to deal with him anymore. And that angered him. And he went online to call out the guy. So the guy feels like, obviously, honestly, you have posted his handle. And just like what you want to say, if you wanted to do business, look at, in fact, I've listened to so many of his permission, I'm just pissed off. You went and told him they have to put your name on a power bank. As who now? An influencer, right? Bad enough, good enough, they accepted the offer. Now the guy wants to, why did you post the guy's contact if you didn't want him to have access to Nigeria? Now he wants to deal with Nigerians and you are saying no. So where is integrity? I beg you.